Hawks fans, welcome back to the Battlehawks Blitz. So, I'm going to try to make this a semi-quick episode. We don't got a whole lot going on, but got some major news that are dropping, and it's also the end of the free agency period of the UFL. Let's go ahead and jump right into the news. I know, sorry, you're just stuck with me. Don't got my lovely life or Dan the Man. It's not gonna be that big of an episode, so gotta do what you gotta do, right? So the first bit of very surprising news is that the St. Louis Battlehawks have released Nick Tiano. And I found this news actually very shocking because I like from everything I have heard from Nick and from the Battlehawks that he was expected to be to be to be coming back to the Battlehawks this year. As far as I can tell, he is retiring so he can focus on his career outside of professional football, which we, of course, wish him the best, which I believe, like, if I was to read the tea leaves, it is because he was only gonna come back if he was gonna be the QB1 of the Battlehawks. So this has left Manny Wilkins as the only quarterback left on our St. Louis Battlehawks team. But more on that in a quick second. But there was some, yeah, and so let's just go ahead and get into the other bit of news. AJ McCarron is coming back to the St. Louis Battlehawks. It is official. The Cincinnati Bengals released him on Valentine's Day. It was by the request of AJ McCarron. He was slated to become a free agent on March 15th at the start of the NFL free agency. But as you know, there was something that happens before March 15th, and that is the UFL training camp. And he wanted to make sure that he was available for that. That's why he had asked for his release. Now, this is one of the worst kept secrets. This is something I knew was going to be happening, like, God, for about 2 weeks in that now. Actually, maybe even 3 weeks. I did kind of jump the gun on Twitter on Valentine's Day because I just couldn't hold it back anymore, and I just couldn't wait for the official UFL and Battlehawk announcement, which should be coming on Thursday, 2/15, which is I'm probably going to wait to release this until after that, because come on, I just don't know. But so with this, it is going to be bringing back one of the most dynamic playmakers that the XFL has seen, as he has been a very prolific quarterback with a 68% pass completion in the XFL and a 66% pass completion in the back in college. He's even shown some great promise in the National Football League. He was most recently with the Cincinnati Bengals, backing as the number one backup. I would not be surprised if he does not find himself back on an NFL squad after this season. But so this is very big news. Like he's going to be coming back and throwing to Hakeem Butler. Going to be going to be throwing. Could be throwing to Blake Jackson. All of those big names. And right now, I am still waiting for Jakir Person to actually sign his letter of intent. So as of right now, I don't know if he's going to be on this Battlehawks team. I am hoping that the news has released ever since I updated this, but let's just wait and find out. But we do have a very stacked, I do mean stacked wide receiver room. So let's just see how things play out. So we are all going into into training camp. We we still have enough room to sign 5 more players, and one of those players is gonna be Jaco Pilsen. At least that's what I'm hoping it is gonna be. But we still have enough room for at least 4 to 5 new players to take to training camp. Um, and me personally, I am hoping they bring in some more depth into the tight end position. As right now we have Jake Sutherland, um, and Kenmore Gamble and Kamari Everett on our tight end roster. I would definitely love to see some more depth at tight end. I'd also love to see some more depth added to our linebackers, as in both of these position groups, I don't see a clear starter. I mean, we do have some decent linebackers in Lakeem Williams and Mike Rose, but that's a position that you need a lot of depth going into if you want to try to keep up with some of these high-powered offense. Oh, I don't think I ever talked about this news either, that Wayne Gallman has joined as our #1 running back. That's going to make us a very pass-friendly, I mean, a very one-friendly team. But with AJ McCarron, we're not going to be a big one force team. So we'll have to see how all that plays out. I still love to see us pick up at least one more quarterback. Um, like there's a few names that I could see them picking up, but I just don't want to name them just because there's so many different options out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up not being a player that is on another team's roster. But we cannot go into the training camp with just 2 quarterbacks. It just is not going to happen. So we'll have to see how all that plays out. There was one other big bit of news that has came out since I have last done in an episode, and that is the schedule has been released, and we have a very favorable schedule when it comes to filling the dome, as we are going to be at home every other week. I don't know why, but that just that just excites me. So that's going to be a very good time, and we get to start out our season. Started our season on Fox against the Michigan Panthers up in Michigan. So I'm excited to be able to just destroy those Panthers, and then we get back at home against those Renegades, which we know we love to play against those Renegades because they don't stand a chance against our St. Louis Battlehawks. But so I think that is going to do it for this episode. Like I said, I just wanted to make this a super quick episode. We got a whole lot of stuff that's going to be happening here pretty soon. So make sure that you are following on Twitter at Kenny at Kenny UFM. I will make sure you guys know the news as soon as I know it, and just keep on being fantastic. I gotta come up with some big outro thing, I guess. But anyway, peace out, my guys. Let's go, Battlehawks!